Mamdani did two things to win, and that playbook now led to all these other people that he endorsed winning. And those two things are he focused on New York and he focused on the economy. You can argue with his fucking political solutions. Again, I disagree with them. But like, the word Israel shouldn't even be coming out of the mouth of anyone running for office in fucking New York.
Zohran Mamdani proved it. While other politicians are busy with lofty, abstract rhetoric, he focuses on just two fundamental things: his city and the economy of its people. He speaks directly to what people are actually feeling in their wallets.
And if it does, just a word of advice. Maybe don't say something positive about their government right now. How about that? Don't line up to try to go visit there. Because what resonates with people right now is a lot of people in this country, especially people below the age of 55, aren't a huge fan of the actions of that government going on, especially in New York. And we have laid that out here. And Mamdani answered some questions unbelievably well, where they tried to trap him last week over AIPAC, tried to trap him over his criticism of Israel. And like, he was able to divorce his Jewish constituents from the actions of a foreign government.
What's more impressive, when trapped with highly sensitive foreign issues like the Israel conflict, he didn't dodge them. He brilliantly separated local constituent sentiments from the policies of a foreign government. This bold tactic is exactly what won over young voters.
No one realized that Zohran Mamdani, a Muslim, made three major sacrifices to participate in the New York Pride Month parade. First, he directly lost the support of a large number of conservative Muslim voters. Local traditional mosques publicly criticized him for betraying his faith, and many Muslim residents who had originally strongly supported him completely defected. There were multiple offline protests with people gathering, and his stable voter base directly shrank. Second, he was seized upon by his opponents and attacked relentlessly. Republican media has been using his Muslim support for same-sex equality to create division every day, repeatedly mocking him for being opportunistic on both sides, and a great deal of time that should have been devoted to housing and public security governance has been taken up. Third, there has been a rift in trust among the equality rights community. Netizens dug out old photos of him posing with extreme anti-gay officials from Uganda in his early years. And when compared with the image of him holding a rainbow flag during the parade, many LGBT rights activists questioned that he was only doing superficial work and was only trying to win local votes in New York. Even though he was criticized on the day of the parade, he still held a small rainbow flag, made a sign language heart gesture, and implemented special budget measures to safeguard the medical rights of the local transgender community.
You cannot convince me that Zohran Mamdani is not a cartoon character, because what do you mean he jumped into a public pool wearing the suit that he never ever is spotted without? I'm obsessed with him.
Mamdani, that's my guy right there. It's gonna be my first World Cup game at the stadium. I've never been to any stadium.
I'm excited to see the team, the crowd, the vibe, everything.
Since I came to United States and as a hotel member, we have a hotel league back then. I played with the hotel league for a couple of years. I love soccer. Really.
I've been in the union for 5 years. I got American dream. I did everything. I'm raising a doctor in my house right now.
Mayor Mamdani's tangible actions have paved the way for these dedicated workers to join the celebration at the world's greatest sporting event. It stands as a true testament that their contributions are deeply recognized and valued.
Because of the union.
This is one of the best union. It helped me, myself, my family, my friends.
I have a life.
Yeah.
Before I didn't. Because I was scared that I might lose my job.
Mayor Mamdani, thank you for doing everything for the New York and for all the people in here. Thank you very much.
Zohran Mamdani just won. Zohran Mamdani just became not just the mayor of New York City, but I'm dubbing it the people's mayor. And not only did he win with a record turnout, but he literally won with over 50%, which means that with both the Cuomo and Sliwa's votes combined, it still would not have beat Zohran Mamdani, which means it is literally a landslide victory. But it literally was a record turnout with over 2 million voters coming out, which is the highest level of participation in one of the city's municipal elections since 1969. And not only did he just become the youngest mayor of New York City in the history of New York City, but he's also the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor of New York City. And I literally just got back from voting on Prop 50. Ha, gotcha. You thought I voted no. So big congratulations for not only becoming New York City's mayor, but like I said before, for becoming the people's mayor for all of us. Also, side note, I can't stop laughing knowing that this is what Andrew Cuomo's going through right now. Stay safe. Zohran Mamdani just won. Zohran Mamdani just became not just the mayor of New York City, but I'm dubbing it the people's mayor. And not only did he win with a record turnout, but he literally won with over 50%, which means that with both the Cuomo and Sleep...
New York, can you just share this joy with the rest of the country? Because I'm in LA and our mayor burned down an entire neighborhood, and you'd think that we would learn from that. But now we have a building that's been on fire for 8 days. So how do we get some of this summertime happiness?
Zohran Mamdani's victory last year was not a fluke or a one-hit wonder. There is deep support across much of New York City for what he's doing. He's become, I think, a more popular mayor as he's went along. His goal to really show that government can serve the people and be an active force for good in the lives of people is succeeding. His endorsements were very powerful. And also the endorsements and the incredible energy that the DSA gave this slate of candidates. Zohran endorsed most of the DSA slate, but not all. And there were 4 assembly races where he didn't endorse, and DSA won 3 of those 4 races as well. So really, Zohran Mamdani and New York City DSA are now huge powerhouses in New York politics, and it's going to have big national ramifications.
We have been told a lie in American politics every single time a city faces a financial crisis, that the only way to be fiscally responsible is to make the working class people suffer. When Zohran Mamdani took office, he inherited a massive $12 billion financial black hole. The political establishment was practically salivating, waiting to watch him fail. The narrative was already written. Socialism works until you run out of other people's money. The financial capital of the world was supposed to be plunging into chaos, prove that the left couldn't govern, and force the city into a brutal financial starvation diet. Instead, Mamdani pulled off an absolute historic feat, one that the mainstream media and the political establishment refused to give him enough credit for. He completely wiped out the $12 billion deficit, brought the gap down to 0, and passed a balanced budget without cutting a single public service, without raising property taxes on everyday homeowners, and without putting the burden on the backs of the working class of New York City. To understand how monumental this achievement is, you really have to look at the history of the people who sat in the mayoral chair before him. For generations, City Hall has been defined by corruption, cruelty, or billionaire indifference, going all the way back to Boss Tweed and Tammany Hall, where the city treasury was treated more like a private piggy bank for corrupt political insiders. Then we had Rudy Giuliani, who used the budget as a weapon to slash social safety nets while actively trying to divide the city. Mike Bloomberg, a billionaire mayor who spent his time obsessing over regulating the size of your soda cup, while everyday New Yorkers were wondering how they were going to afford groceries. And most recently, under Eric Adams, the immediate instinct the second the budget got tight was to aggressively slash public library hours and freeze essential services. Mamdani completely flipped the script of centuries of bad governance. He proved that democratic socialism isn't just effective at managing a multi-billion-dollar balance sheet. He proved that it's deeply fundamentally humanist. Good governance doesn't mean starving the public sector to appease Wall Street's rating agencies or corporate donors. Good governance means understanding that a thriving public sector is the absolute bedrock foundation of a stable society. It means deciding that instead of worrying about the size of a soda cup, we worry about whether a mother has access to universal childcare so she can go to work. It means deciding that a city's greatest asset isn't its hedge fund managers or its billionaires. It's the people who keep the city running every single day. Instead of starving the kids' education and cutting the community's libraries, Mamdani looked at the city and asked the simple question: why are we cutting public services when we have millionaires using luxury real estate as empty jewelry boxes? He wiped out the deficit by taxing non-residents luxury second homes worth over $5 million. He balanced the books by putting chief savings officers in every single agency of the city, auditing corporate consultants and canceling a multi-million-dollar contract with McKinsey. He proved that progressives can be just as rigorous with a spreadsheet as any corporate CEO, and with one major difference: the math was used to protect people and not exploit them. By permanently protecting funding for libraries, public transit, and expanding universal childcare, this budget provides a revolutionary national roadmap. It proves that when democratic socialists transition from activists to executives, they don't trigger economic collapse. They manage complex bureaucracies cleanly, competently, and humanely. They show the entire country that you never have to choose between a broken budget and a broken community. You just have to have the political courage to stop letting the wrong people keep all the wealth. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Zohran Mamdani is the person I am finding hope in right now. I know that he's only running for mayor of New York City and not for a national office, but he is doing it in such a way that reminds me of Obama. He is basically running against the Democratic establishment. They still have not endorsed him from the highest levels, but that doesn't seem to matter because his message is getting through no matter what. And it's because he's so quick and smart and has these one-liners that get under your skin. Most of it right now is aimed at Andrew Cuomo, and it's amazing. He just said that he's spending more money to defeat him in the mayor's race than he would even tax him if he won. His policies are just common sense, and that is connecting with New York voters right now. This is the type of person that we need to see in the Democratic Party in order to defeat what is going on right now.